First of all, I want to talk about working in Taylor's world, because he's given us some of the best, you could say some best films in the past few years. What is it like taking on a television show with that same cinematic quality? And how did you guys get involved? Starting with you, Dan.
I got involved just by reading the script. I found it sort of epic in proportion. His writing was exquisite, and I wanted to be part of it. It doesn't really feel like television. It's a film. Hopefully, this first episode sort of almost stands on its own, even though it'll pique your interest to watch more. But it's kind of kaleidoscopic in the sense that it explores so many facets of what America is and was and will be, that I just wanted to be part of his world, and delighted that I was able to.
Well, with you.
I've been watching Taylor for a long time, and you know, I've been watching Gil as well. He's been pretty much everything, but you know, I think that he, you know, I've said this before and I'll say it again, he really has a pulse on America right now and what's going on, and not just men but women. He writes unbelievably for Kelly Riley, and the strength of a character. And I think that he also has this great ability, you know, when I look at his work, and essentially the pilot is being able to go past just, you know, Danny Huston's character or Gil's, you know, character, and seeing just beneath it and showing little glimpses and just kind of giving you, you know, the seeds. And I think in this show, it really, he slowly burns with all these characters, and to be able to do that as a writer and also as a director and a storyteller, I think is spectacular. So when I read this, I thought, man, I got to be a part of this, and thank God, you know, he said, you shall.
Gil, I love this character too.
Oh, well, thank you.
My God.
Well, yeah, it always gets back to Taylor, but I don't, you know, I mean, it is epic in its sweeping quality of a movie, and I don't feel any different from the two movies I've done with Taylor that this television is really any different. It's just a 10 episodic movie, you know. So that's one of the great beauties about it. You know, there's not a differentiating line between any of those things. So you're still gonna get all the same quality and the impact of how Taylor incorporates, you know, the environment as a character in all his movies. And this show in particular, and I think people are just going to be blown away.
He also tends to not treat the audience as if they're stupid. Because I watched the pilot last night, and that's one I was sent, and I'm confused. I'm excited. It got me to want to continue, but I do agree. It's like this whole epic event. There's nothing TV about it.
He doesn't know how to spoon feed you.
No.
Yeah.
This is not in his world. It's not in his psyche. So, in that way, you know, I think it makes him a great storyteller, and especially if you give him 10 hours, as we, you know, now have been a part of that 10 hours. Yeah. And you know, you guys are going to see kind of the kickoff, you know, but there's a huge football game played. A lot of hitting.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, talking with the other guys about working in Montana, I mean, it must be kind of refreshing to really live this life. What you guys are actually acting in. Yeah. I mean, how has that been for all of you?
Wonderful. I mean, with Taylor, you just to talk about him one more. You really do get a sense that he understands the place, he understands the people. So you're stepping into a world that is defined, and that's a treat in itself, because just as a person, you are able to learn and see things that you wouldn't otherwise, and also there are just some great two-hander scenes. We play golf and eat a lot.
We're strategizing the whole time.
So there's also just plain old fun.
You're a cowboy today.
You don't act like the man from the stories I've heard.
That's the thing about being a grandfather. I get to do all the things I wish I'd done with my children. Woo! And the things I regret, I get to do different.
You were right. You're building a city.
Everyone's forgotten who runs this valley. I need you more than ever.
You have me. What are you doing here?
Same thing I always do. Fixing something you couldn't.
Stagnation is death for a town, and the Duttons are the ones killing it.
The new chief is hungry for a fight.
I'm gonna buy your ranch, and I'm gonna pull down every fence. It'll look like it used to, when it was ours.
Just tell me who to fight.
Everyone. A man must stand with his people.
This ain't checkers, son. This is chess, and you're about to play it with masters.
All I do every day is fight for this family.
If you were winning, I wouldn't be here.
I don't regret one sin I've committed. It's the one I'm about to commit that worries me.
Mess with my family. I will chop your family tree down.
Progress.
Can't stop it, John.
Watch me.
Yellowstone, a new series Wednesday, June 20th at 9 on Paramount Network.